At the yard of Cliffy Miller and chatting to Nick Paddock about the horses that will be stepping out on Friday. The yard start in race 2 with this lady in pick, 100 5th Avenue. She's holding steady placed form, and Nick, she's going to try a bit further.
Yeah, she's been a bit of a headache, you know. She's sometimes she refuses to work and then we have to repass her. She just didn't want to canter down, and we eventually got it right after a lot of time and effort with her. But you know, she's her own worst enemy. I mean, she'll jump slow and she won't get into the race and she'll get beaten 3 or 4 lengths. Her work is above average, you know. I've fancied her a couple of times before. You know, I think that Sky Velocity is the hard horse to beat there on you know, the form lines look strong. Unfortunately, she's the type of filly, if you go cold on, she'll probably arrive like a homesick mole. You know, she'll come home. So she's the type of filly you got to respect. We're going a little bit further, so she can just settle in a race and you know, doesn't have too many lengths to make up, and hopefully she runs on strongly and hope she can run in the first 3.
In race 4, we'll see Silver Tycoon, and Nicky's better than his last.
Yeah, put a line straight through that. You know, he got his tongue over the bit and he just pulled, and that wasn't his type of run. You can put a line through that. He's much better than that. Again, competitive type of field. He'll be knocking, you know, his form, barring that last, was solid. You know, he was always there and thereabouts. His work at home has been really good. Happy with him. So we might, you know, try the bit lift on him. Hopefully he doesn't get the tongue over the bit there, and hoping for a better run from him because he is better than that.
2 runners up next. Defining Moment, who'll be having her peak run, and Exclusively Yours, who'll be having her post-maiden run.
Exclusively Yours won a nice race in her maiden. She got draw 1, so that'll help a hell of a lot. You'll see where we are with her. This is a optimum trip, that 1400. So we're hoping for the best with her. You can't really be too sure out the maidens. You never know really. Defining Moment, she probably like a touch further. Yeah. This is just a run, you know, to bring her along. It's until we find that right type of mile race. You know, the last time in the novice year, she was a little bit flat-footed and she took a little bit of time to get going. We freshened up really, yeah. And she you know, she didn't quite find her feet in time, but but I think she'll enjoy the speed on, and hopefully she can run on to the 3rd, 4th place. But we'll watch her when she goes a mile next time.
In race 6, Winter Journey.
Yeah, she's never far off, but she's just not, you know, getting in the mix. You know, I think she's about 3.5 kilos under sufferance, so she'll have to run way above herself to be competitive. Yeah.
In race 7, 2 horses that run freshened up, Light That Loose and Spider's Corner. He ran a fantastic race against Stronger in his last.
Absolute cracker. I think he ran close to about a 95. You know, the 1200 will suit him down to the ground. The 1000's a bit too quick. I probably still would have preferred turf for him, but probably we have to take it where we can. You know, he ran on really nicely. I thought he was going to have to race the ambulance home, and he flew up late, and I was really impressed with that run. There's no reason why he's been off for a little bit. It's just there's been no races for him. I think he'll be very competitive there in the right type of field. You include him in everything. And then Light That Loose, he's flying at home. You know, unfortunately he's back off that suspension for bleeding, and it was unfortunate because we did fancy him on that day, and he did bleed. But if you look at the weight turnarounds of Captain Casanova, I think we're about 4 kilos better off for 3 parts of a length. So listen, he's a major runner. I don't think he'll need it too much. He's in a really good space, and I think he'll be right there.
Very well broken down there by Nick, so take note of that. And the final 2 runners in race 8 of the day will be Clap of Thunder and Bonnet Creek, both of whom at this level are holding steady form.
Yeah, Bonnet Creek ran a really nice race over the 12, so that's why we decided to stick him in here, because there's no races for him, I think, until November. So he'll have this run and have his African horse sickness. Unfortunately, there's no 1000s, so you know, we would have preferred that. But he's a game old boy. You know, he's always gives of his best, and always, you know, since he's been behaving, he seems to put his best foot forward. So we're hoping for a similar type of effort and a similar type of run for those quartets. And then Clap of Thunder holding really good form. You know, we've dropped him back to the 12. Hoping it's not going to be too quick for him. I think last time out, you know, he found himself a little bit out of his ground. You know, Jose didn't really know him. I think the first time he jumped on him, but that's no fault of his own. I think Pumi's been riding him a hell of a lot at home, and he said he'd be fine with the 12. So we're hoping for a very big run from him, and hopefully he can go one better.
2 useful runners in the last from the yard, and we should see them in quartets.